back. Dale Myers with Vision Advance. Today we're going to talk about focusing on fundamentals, the parallel between football and life. That's personal life and business. So obviously we've heard a lot about fundamentals in sports. And if you think of some of the great coaches, the Vince Lombardis, John Wooten, bringing a little bit to modern day, Nick Saban, Coach K up at Duke, they've been able to get some of the best players in the world to stay away from the flashy stuff, but focus on their fundamentals. And because they focus on fundamentals, they're able to beat other talented teams that are just as talented or more talented than themselves. And I think that there's something that we can learn from them and apply it to our life. This is related to what we've been talking about over the last couple of days, setting the vision for our life and the vision for our business. And the vision, we need to execute that in order to have the life, the future that we desire. In order to execute the vision, there are some daily must-dos, some fundamentals that we need to practice. But before we get there, let's kind of go back to sports. So I played a little football from age 8 on through college, and I've coached every level of football from rec football to middle school. I've been a high school coordinator and high school head coach. I did a little semi-pro. In another life, I would love to do college football. Having said all of that, there was a point in my life where I was great on scheme. And when you're coaching, you have scheme and you have fundamentals. Now, I've always been a pretty good coach, but I had some schemes. I'm telling you, I could draw some stuff up with the best of them. There was at one point in time, I probably had a playbook about that high. For those that know coaching, that was way too much. And here's the thing. As I began to study the most successful coaches, they didn't have an immaculate playbook. As a matter of fact, they had this thing shrunk down. And if you looked at their practice time, how their practices were organized, they focused mostly on fundamentals. Now, you have to have scheme, you have to have a plan, but then it's about the fundamentals, because if you're flawed over here in your fundamentals, it doesn't matter what you do over here. And again, I saw that as a coach. I've been an option coach, and I love running the option. And the option does give you a good chance, but if you're sloppy with your fundamentals, if every day you haven't been doing the right things in the right way, you're not going to get the result that you want. Bring that back to your business. We're often trying to innovate and improve, as we should. But the question I'm asking you today is, what's your core routine? What's the fundamentals of your business that you practice daily? What are the things that, when it's your time to shine, when the game's on the line, what have you done daily to prepare for that? Bringing it back to football. As football coaches, we know that championships are won in the off season. So as I record this video, it's the end of April. Spring training is getting ready to start. Spring football. Your championship is determined by what you've done from December up through spring, just weight training, strength and conditioning, getting stronger. And then what are you going to do in the summer months leading up to the season? Sure, you have some scheme adjustments on Friday nights, but if you haven't done what you should have done on the fundamentals, no matter what happens during game time, you're not going to get the outcome that you want the majority of the time. Putting that back in your life, in your business. What fundamentals do you focus on? What's the key components of your success? I'd like to submit a few daily must-dos. Daily must-dos. In your personal life, in your professional life, some fundamentals that you absolutely need to begin incorporating daily. What are your goals? You need to have clear, defined goals that stretch you. And some component of them you need to do daily. You need to state these in the affirmative. I made XYZ dollars this year. This year I do blank. You state it to yourself in the positive. Over and over and over. Yes, this is that law of attraction stuff, and I promise you it works. Goals, daily must-dos, some form. Even if, and again, in order to reach the big year goal, remember you had to have some monthly goals, weekly goals, and then what am I going to do today to help me accomplish the weekly goals? What am I going to do tomorrow to help me accomplish the weekly and monthly goals? So daily we need to look at our goals, especially the key components. And now we talked about this in another video, but you can't do everything. Focus on the right 20% of your goals that'll get you 80% of the results you want. The 80-20 rule, we talked about that. So goals, it's a daily thing we need to do. That's specific to anyone. If you're a business owner, every day you need to do something in your marketing. You need to set aside time to explore what's going on with your customers. Are they happy? Are they excited? Are they thrilled about your product? What don't they like about your product? What else would they like to hear from me? Every day carve out some time to analyze your marketing, what's going on. Directly related to that, sales. Carve out time in your schedule every day. Could be an hour and a half, 3 hours is better. Sales. You should be doing something every day. These are part of the fundamentals. Now, I'm not telling you there aren't some other things that you're going to do, but I'm telling you this one is the driver of everything else. The right goals will encompass the marketing and sales. Again, in your personal life, there are some other habits. What are the fundamentals that you do every day? Is there something spiritually that you need to do? Is there something emotionally, physically that you need to do? Focus on the fundamentals. And I know it gets boring. Oh, I've heard this goal setting stuff before. I understand. That's the law of familiarity. Because you've heard it, you think there's nothing more you need to learn of it. No, no, no. What happens when we do it daily, we focus on these fundamentals, you know what we get? This word called mastery. When we do it over and over and over again, we get this thing called mastery. It's not sexy, but it's the engine behind what it is we do when we're trying to move our lives towards the future. So again, let's be like the good football coaches, the great coaches in general, that learn that while scheme is important, the most important thing is the fundamentals. What are the fundamentals to your success? So please leave me some notes in some comments below. What are some things that are fundamental? What's a fundamental part of your routine, your daily must-dos that have helped you or that you know you need to do to move yourself forward? Focus on the fundamentals. Build the life that you want. Build the business that you want. Thank you for allowing me to play some small part in this. My name is Dale Myers with Vision Advance. Please thumbs up, like the videos, go over to the website, check us out, visionadvance.com. We'll see you again soon. Take care.